Alright, hey you guys, what's up? And my name is Elfalas. Elfalas. Anyways, we're watching Misfits versus Reunited, game 2 of their playoff semifinals. From the battle tournament that's still going, I think. This is a VOD though, this is not live, obviously. So we're on Nepal. The first game was on Hollywood. I did a VOD review of that. You can check that out. I recommend it. So yeah, this is on Nepal. Pretty stoked about that. I like to watch Koth. Yeah, I know I'm a horrible person. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, Nepal's pretty dope though. So we're just gonna, yeah, do that. Okay, so let's see. We got Reaper, Tracer, Mercy, Farah, Lucio, and Zarya. On the side of... I can't see these names. What the heck? Okay. Sorry, this bitrate is horrible. Like, the team tags are supposed to be there, but they're not. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a peek at my second monitor here and find that this is Reunited and this is, whatever that team is. Misfits. There we go. Anyways, so on Reunited we got a cool comp. That looks nice. There's a Bastion. What the hey? Misfits have a Bastion. I don't know what that's supposed to be for. I really don't know what that's supposed to be for. I want to see how they use this. 'Cause this is a real pick. I mean, like, I get that, like, once you cap the point, you can put a Bastion on the point or around the point. But, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, look at that. What is this character supposed to do before that happens? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, you have McCree and Lucio and Zarya just body blocking for Bastion. They're taking so many hits from the rockets here. Look at that. There's a barrage already there. It takes out 2. Jeez Louise, dude. That is... I don't like this Bastion pick at all. I think that just straight up lost them the first fight. Okay. Like, let's look at what happened there. That was horrid. Okay, so Bastion's just, like, sitting here. And look at how many direct rocket hits not crew, Unfixed is able to get throughout this fight. And there's no Farah on Misfits, which is even weirder. Like, they chose a Bastion over Farah. And, like, Bastion's supposed to be a counter to Farah. Like, what the heck? Look at that. This is pissing me off. Direct rocket hits. Direct rocket hits everywhere. What is this? Why isn't Bastion looking for Farah? That is absolutely terrible. Okay. It's like Farah's just corner peeking this Bastion. There's no way they're dealing. There's no way they can deal with it. Look at that. And you can see he just boosts up as close as he can to get that barrage so that Bastion won't be able to deal with him. They got a really early barrage. And then it was a good play by Unfixed. He boosted in right next to the door so that Bastion would have to move out of protection to kill him. And they just instantly Gibbs 2 and gets rezzed. This is a nice play by Unfixed, but just like, oof. I think that was just a terrible idea. Like, what gave them that idea to pick Bastion? Alright, they switched to Winston, which is good. That's fine. I still feel like they should go DPS, though. Like, I feel like you ditch Zarya, honestly. Well, no. What am I talking about? You don't ditch Zarya. Graviton charge is absolutely broken on Koth, but I feel like you ditch one of the tanks and you go an extra DPS. And I also feel like don't take... This is not a map you take McCree on. I don't like McCree here. The reason I don't like McCree is because it's just too long range. Like, McCree really wants to, like not be, like, close, but McCree wants to be, like, ducking around corners, flashbanging, fan the hammering, or getting chip damage on a Pharah. That's basically, like, the only time, like, McCree does really good is, like, in open spaces is when he has Deadeye. That's the only reason you'd pick him right here on Koth is for Deadeye, and I don't feel like that's a good enough reason. I feel like you just pick up Soldier. His ult's very, like, it's also going to be a better version of Deadeye here, honestly. That's how I feel. I think you pick Soldier 76 here over McCree. I just don't really see McCree working out. And I mean, I get, like, why Misfits is picking it still. It's like, okay, we just got wrecked on Hollywood. We need to, like, you know, pick our best characters and just, like, style on them. But I don't think that's how you do it. Like, I mean, there's, like, this principle, like, if you play the meta against a team that's better than you, then they're always going to win, because you're playing the same strategy, just they're better at it. But, so I get, like, the idea behind this, like, okay, they wrecked us on Hollywood, we need to come out with our pocket picks and win through that. But, like, at the same time, you were playing McCree on Hollywood, and you're still getting destroyed, so why are you still playing it now? Like, just pick a normal character. I mean, just pick Soldier. Like, just pick Soldier here. Like, I honestly think that's a big change they need to make. It's instantly blown up. I mean, that's not like a fault of McCree necessarily. That's just, yeah. And heck, even if you don't want to play a Soldier, you can still play Reaper here, and that would be fine by me. Like, you get these nice areas to get a good Reaper ult off on, like, you know, the point. You could even play, like, Roadhog. I actually think Roadhog would be really good. Like, maybe not on this stage of, maybe not exactly on this stage in Nepal, but I don't know. I like the Tracer, though. I think Tracer's good. Both teams are playing Tracer. Wow, what is this, dude? Alright, so they won that fight there. They're gonna... This is pretty much over for them. For Misfits. This stage. Right. Direct hit. Holy... Oh, that was just absolutely brutal. He wasn't even behind... wow. I think that was just a late Winston shield. But they're all just kind of skating around inside the point. And that's not going to work out, though. Like... Wow, Lucio gets singled out. Wow, this is just brutal. They're coming in from two sides at the same time. They solo... They get the supports, like... kind of solo them out, or single them out, sorry, not solo them out. They single them out and they just kill them, and then there's no way that you can hold a point down with no supports. Like, you can't hold a point without a Lucio or a Mercy. It's just horrid. This is clinical, dude. And I mean, part of it was that their DPS, like a major part of their DPS died right away. And I don't think that would have happened to Soldier, honestly. Because Soldier's got the mobility to just, like, run around in there. And he can pop his self-heal. But that was also due to Skipjack not putting down his shield in a good spot to protect Zapri. So it's not like it's Zapri's fault for not picking, you know, Soldier. But I think a Soldier still would have survived longer there. There's the Graviton. There's a good shield by Winston to stop out anything more. But they still all died. There it is, dude. Honestly, we don't even need to watch the rest of this. There's no way that Misfits takes this point here. Look at their alt charges. There's nothing. They have nothing. There's no physical way they win this. And it's like, I don't get the Bastion pick, though. Why would you pick the Bastion? I mean, I get it if it's kind of like you're trying to do a surprise thing, but, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I would personally like to see a Diva as well. Here from Misfits, you know, just go full cheese, because, you know, you have to stall for overtime. Diva Tracer. Winston. That'd be the pretty much the best overtime stalling comp you can get, but it's not gonna happen. Alright. So let's see what Misfits does here. Okay, they finally switched to a soldier. Thank goodness. Thank God, dude. And they bring out a Reaper as well in favor. Instead of a Mercy... Oh, no, they have Mercy still. What am I talking about? Instead of a Pharah, they have Reaper and Soldier. Some... You know, I'm actually... I really do like this single tank team from Reunited. I think it's good. But we'll see how this one works. We'll see how this goes. Wow. What a cluster. What a cluster flood. Anyways, Jesus. Okay, so I don't even know what the heck's going on here, dude. The bit rate's too low. But he dies to Soldier, and Cruz does as well. But they managed to take... Wow, Kib takes out 2. Reses come out, it looks like. I mean, those charged up really fast. I keep forgetting how fast that thing can charge. Dude, Zapri's going off. Look at this. Zapri's on fire, dude. Should have switched earlier, dude. Should have switched earlier. I feel like this barrage, though, is going to play a big role. Except it's, you know, not up, but... I mean, in later parts of the match, barrage is going to be a big deal. But Reunited takes control of the point right away again. There it is. They get destroyed. There's the res. They used the soldier ulti already. I don't know, man. It's like Reunited's positioning makes it so difficult for Misfits to do anything. Like, they have... they just got control everywhere. Like, I don't even know how to just... Like... It's insane. They have, like, unfixed above. They got, like... jeez, dude. This is just brutal. They had Reaper coming in from the side. Ugh. Oh, wow. I didn't see that Reaper ultimate coming at all. How did that happen? Oh, you came in from the other side. Was there any way they saw that? I'm looking on this side of the screen. Yeah, they saw. I must have been able to see one coming around the side, because I think I saw one going on the side, but I couldn't tell who it was. Bit rate too low. But yeah, that was a nice flank. It just takes out two. That's really important. They could take control of the point now. Nice, they got it. Alright, so Winghaven has his ult. Cruz has his ult. Kib has his ult. This is important to note. Only Nevix has ult on Misfits side. Oh. Okay. That was... okay. Man. It's just brutal to watch, dude. Absolutely brutal. I mean, Kib's finally gonna go down, but... whew. I mean, well, Misfits is coming back in with a really solid take here. Zapriu's going off. He used his ult. That's why. Okay, they're playing a really close defense on this right here. I think this is good. I think you should always try and take control of the other side of the point when you cap it, and delay the enemy from coming in. You don't want to like fight life or death there, but you do want to delay. Like, you want to be trying to focus them down and get them poked while they like are waiting for their team to group up. Because if you have those cooldown or respawn timers staggered, and they're coming in at awkward times, you can chip out one of their members before the rest of the team gets there. Maybe even kill someone. But you don't want to like fight life or death there. And so you can see they're going to back off a little bit now that they're grouped up. At least they should be. Oh, never mind. That was actually a really smart heads-up play. So I didn't see that Winghaven had ulti there. Not Winghaven. What am I talking about? I didn't see that Soon had ult there, but basically Kib showed on the right side of the room. I don't know what that thing's called. You showed on the right side of the room, and so Soon just went in the front door and took out his entire team. So they're gonna get control of this point for quite a bit there. That does mean that Winghaven will have ult before. Might be able to make a good play. Because they have 99%, they just need to get control of the point for a tiny little bit. Oh, there it is. Is there a res? Okay, we gotta see if Nevix stays alive. I didn't see. No, Nevix is out. There it is, the res. This could reset the fight, but at the same time, it's gonna be hard. They're not in super good position. In that Reaper ult, that's gonna seal it. This round's going to Reunited. That's actually a pretty good try there from Misfits. They did pretty good. It's not quite a team wipe, but it was close. Alright. Misfits might be taking Genji. No, they're not going to. Alright. You know, I really want to see them try out running Afara instead of Winston. I think it could be good. I still like the Tracer. I really do like the Tracer. But Reunited opts to run a McCree instead, which I find kind of interesting. Instant res. Ah, man, I cannot tell what's going on with these fights. Oh, okay, yeah, he's definitely dead there. That was a nice play. They put the Zarya shield onto Soon, and he was able to take out Winghaven just right away. And he's doing work on this backline. That was really a heads-up play. I'm impressed. You know, it's one of the good things about Zarya is that you can just put a shield on someone and tell them to go ham, and they can. There we go, the ult. I mean, Misfits is just controlling this point really well. It's fun to see. That Priest just waiting around on this side. Is that Volutaja? No, it's unfixed. I'm surprised. That was good. Got the Tracer ultimate into the whatever that's called. Graviton charge. Nice little play. I can't see a thing because the bit rate's going really low right now, and I don't know why. It's 1080p. I'm just gonna pause and put the video into 720 because this is barely watchable. I have no idea what that was. Wish they had options for 720p 30 and 7. Like if you have an option in YouTube to watch in 60 FPS or something, I wish they gave an option for 30 FPS as well. That's higher resolutions. So apparently my internet can't handle 48 FPS right now. Oh, that's a good graviton charge. Really good. You got all of them. I'm fixed doing some work here. This is the overtime though. They're still coming back. It looks like they had a res there, which saved their butts. That's good. And then, got the nice. Alright. I'm gonna have to switch back down to auto. Alright, so Misfits managed to bring it back there, which is. I'm happy to see. I didn't want to see a 3-0 from Reunited, but it's going to be really important here to make sure, like, for Misfits, they have to really make sure they don't screw up, otherwise they lose, obviously. But, like, they've been having troubles. Like, that was a pretty good round from them, but I don't know. I think Reunited's going to adapt really well. They brought in a soldier this round instead of a Pharah. Both teams electing not to go Pharah. I think that's fine. I don't really think Pharah is incredible on this side of on this stage of the map. It's not bad for sure, but I think you can do without it if you want to go that route. Soldier 76 though, very good. There is no soldier on Misfits side, and I think soldier's very, very strong on this part of the map. They just kind of like swap sides. That's funny. Okay, Winston's doing work on the support though. That's really important. So they took out Mort right away, which could that opens up the point right away, and they take out Volutage as well. So what I want to see Misfits do is once they take control of this point, I want them to push up like they did before onto Reunited's kind of room and just deny that entry, deny the entrance. Alright, so now that the rest of the team's coming in, Misfits do have Tracer ultimate, but that's not going to do much. They'd have to find a good group of people. And, ooh, that was nice. So, Tracer just went in with Zarya shield to try and pick off one person. It was trying to get Mort, but didn't manage to take it out. She got Volutage, though. So that might force an early res. So that forces an early res, which is really important. Because now Misfits has the resurrect advantage, and they can lose this fight and still win it, if you know what I mean. Soon has his ulti though, that's going to be important. That's going to get them a lot of charge right away. So basically, Misfits is sitting on ult right now, but Reunited actually just got a bunch up, so that's not too bad. They have the Graviton charge, importantly, whereas Misfits do not. We're going to have to see where those Gravitons go. Kib just used his, didn't look like it hit much. Nevix got killed, though, which is really important. Minghaven just used his ult, didn't really get anything. But Crew went down. Zappery finally dies. So yeah, Reunited cast the point there. That was a fairly well played fight. I honestly had no idea what was really going on though. So let's rewatch that. That was just a crazy fight. Alright, so they're grouping up. I kind of wish they were playing up a little bit more aggressive with Soon. But he's just waiting to get an ulti in, it looks like. There we go. He's trying to cut off the back line. Where did Soon go? We were watching Soon, right? Yeah, we were watching Soon. Did he die? So Unfix takes out Nevix, which is an important pick, obviously. Zappery is really trying to find a support here. Soon was forcing that really hard, dude. Did you see that? He runs into the entire enemy team and gets destroyed. He was trying to force that all really hard. Would have been a sick ult. That would have saved the fight if he could have found it. But yeah, Zappery's really trying to find Nevix. No, not Nevix. Mort. But he's not able to do that. There's too much cover there from his team. That was a pretty good pick to Tracer there. It's going to make it a lot harder to take this point back for Misfits. Ooh, that's pretty... He missed. If he got that Deadeye onto Skipjack, that would have been huge pick. And he was trying, but he didn't manage to get it. Either way, though, it's not much. Oh, wow, okay. That's a huge Graviton. So Nevix got the Resurrect off. And then that goes straight into Crew's ulti. Where they managed to take out quite a few. They took out Mort, Valu, and Cruz. And then they take out Winghaven right afterwards. That's a pretty crazy thing. Alright, so they're gonna try and just run out of overtime there. And there we go, it's 2-2. Very nicely played from Misfits there at the end. So they're getting... They're figuring things out. I think they're starting to adapt well. So the big thing there that I thought kind of stopped Reunited from managing to take back that point easily was it was just some really nice plays by Zapri and Soon on those backlines to kind of save fights. At least that's what I felt. I don't know. Maybe I was just looking through some rose-colored glasses. They just had a lot of good backline access, which really cuts off, you know, the legs off of an offense if you take out the DPS. Plus, you know, Skipjack as well. Like, yeah, if you look at their entire lineup, it's like all backline access except for Zarya, who's there basically to protect Mercy and Lucio from getting wrecked. So that's a very nice comp when you look at it. Alright. This is a really good camera angle. I love it. So we're going to expect to see Skipjack just go in first, and then Zapri to follow up on the side. You can see Zapri's right over here. He's got the Mercy on him. So Skipjack jumps in, places his shield hopefully around there, and then Soon can walk up, and Zapri can follow as well. And there we can see, you know, Soon's right up there with Skipjack. Skipjack drops down so you can avoid taking more damage. He's really low. But Valutaja goes down there. Unfix is getting right in there, though. That's good. And he's not managing to find anything, really. But Skipjack manages to land a jump, which is a huge amount of damage onto a Tracer, which is really important. And Misfits will take control of the point first. That's pretty big. I think they figured it out. Oh, wow. So that's a kill onto Reaper and McCree, which is important. No DPS. That's going to force out an early Resurrect to keep this fight going. But then they have a huge disadvantage in positioning. And Mort's going to fall. There's a Resurrect coming out from the other side, or from the defense. From Misfits, we'll just say Misfits. Dude, I really don't like this Deadeye. Like, what is this Deadeye thing, dude? This horrible positioning for that. I don't even think he got anyone with it either. I think they should just switch off the McCree there. They should just switch on to Soldier. This is the same thing that Misfits was doing, but now they're just doing it even worse. Wait, why is Cruz getting all the way over here? They're grouping up on the higher ground. This makes sense. They did get control of the point, so they're going to try and, you know, deny these entries. Okay, so that's really important from Lucio to knock Winston off of the high ground there. That stops him from getting backline access onto Mercy and McCree, which is great. Doesn't allow him to place a good shield either for soon, but he does die because of that. I said Tracer's on the side for, or Unfixed is on the side with his Tracer. He's going to try and find access onto this high ground, but Zapri's also controlling the exact same side, so it's going to be hard. So Skipjack just goes right in. So they put the Mercy on high ground. Nevix is on top of the building instead of on the ground. This is really good for him. It gives him a great view of the battlefield. It gives him some really good access to heal people. He's really safe up there. It's good positioning. I assume they're going to walk him back up there again. There we go. Misfits takes this second match on Nepal. So, obviously, you know, Reunited kind of wiped those first two matches, but I don't know, Misfits came out really strong in this. They looked really good. You know, it's hard for me to like articulate why I think they won, but I think they adapted well and they had good like communication. I think they brought out a really nice team comp for them. They brought out like the Winston. I think ended up being a really strong pick, and combined with the Tracer and a Reaper, I think that was absolutely a good idea. And then I don't know. I really didn't like the McCree at all on this map. I don't think it worked out in the slightest for Misfits or for Reunited. It was just, it's like, where do you get a good Deadeye off? Where do you get that good high noon? I don't know. It's like, especially when you have a Winston on the other team, like that was the big thing. Is like Winston was able to consistently get backline access onto this McCree whenever he was trying to ult, and then once the Winston goes in, you know, Reaper and Tracer, they're free to go in as well. Like you can just, it is such a good synergy there between Winston, Tracer, and Reaper, because they can all just, like, once Winston goes in, you get free, you basically get a free Reaper ultimate, or you get a free, you know, Tracer ultimate onto your Mercy. Like it's a really powerful comp, and I don't know why Reunited was unable to deal with it. Like it was pretty solid from Misfits there drafting that, whereas it's kind of awkward from Reunited not knowing what to do against that. Like you don't pick a less mobile character. Like I guess I get why you pick McCree a little bit. You use the flashbang to stop a Reaper ultimate, but then how are you gonna deal with Tracer? Like it's really hard to land that flashbang, and I don't know. Like what do you do against that? I think you just pick Soldier and you just use the mobility to run away. I don't know, or you just pick the exact same comp and try and run it better. Because I think Reunited is really good at playing like as a team. And so if they ran the exact same comp, I think they might have been able to just play it better than Misfits did. But I don't know, they didn't. So there we go. That's it for this video. If you liked it, you know, like it and subscribe. And otherwise, don't. Have a good day, you guys.